good morning, good night, whatever you are. I'm here for my new video and I've just acquired some Phytosurgence makeup. This new, I would say, indie brand that I just came across on. It's a local Canadian brand, and it has like the most marvelous, like luminous, iridescent light lit from within makeup. And I thought like I would buy a couple of eyeshadows and one blush, so I bought like their new collection, the 4 new eyeshadows pots. They are like glass pots like that, like it reminds me a lot of the MAC paint pot. And it's like kind of like a cream, it's not a mousse, it's almost solid eyeshadow, and I really love that texture. I fell in love with like mousse textured makeup more than 10 years ago when I lived in Berlin, because I used some like Nivea makeup and at that time it was totally new for me, and I love the texture, it's so easy to apply. And when I saw those, I felt like I really should give it a try. And the most important thing for me is that they are like small brand, local brand. They are very conscious about their ingredients, about their packaging. The owners, like they're lovely, super nice people, it seems, as far as I can tell from Instagram. And it's exactly up my alley. The texture, the colors, like they do have what one would call like normal, like standard colors, like Orchid Overload and Fractal Freesia, I don't know how to pronounce that. They are pretty standard shimmer eyeshadows, in the sense of almost every brand has something like that, but those are like gorgeous. Those both here, they don't carry much pigment per se, but they have like a color shimmer. And the Fine Dahlia and White Wisteria, they have more color to them, and like those are exactly what I need, like a brown to put all over, or like a lilac to give it a pop. And also the blush, this I have it in Simmer, is a Skin Spark. It's like pink rosy, but not super cold. It's more like a neutral pink, I would say, because you can see, you can't really see a lot of lilac on it, like a lot of blue. It's more like true pink. And well, I thought we would apply that and I would show you guys like how it looks on my skin color. Like I'm light to 10, depends. I'm very light in winter, and like right now in summer I've been like getting a lot of sun outside, so I'm more like a light medium. And I'm pretty like neutral undertones to cool, a little cool, but my skin has a lot of yellow overtones. I don't know if that makes sense. And I have very high contrast, and I feel like there are not many YouTubers with the same type of coloring, so I guess that would be nice for you guys to see it in other types of coloring. So let's start. I don't have any other products, like they have skincare, which sounds lovely, and they also have highlighters. I'm not such a fan of highlighter because, as you can see, like I'm very oily, so I already have that whole vibe going on my skin, and I don't really like to use mattifying foundation, because when I do that, it really gives away like that I have a lot of makeup on my skin. So I just try not to use something that is like super shimmery and glowy, because then it just adds up too much. But I've been seeing like their highlighters in Instagram, and they're so lovely that I really want to try maybe in the future. Anyways, let's start. So I've been having some irritation on my skin. I'm not sure if it's eczema. I never had eczema before, or if it's not really allergy. I think it's just a reaction because I had to take antibiotics 2 weeks ago, so my body's still trying to settle back into place. So if you guys like notice like some red spots and things like that, that's what it is. And no, I don't cover those. I actually would like to use as minimal makeup as possible to not irritate it further. So that's why I'm going in with the Kosas Tint Oil, because it's like almost skincare. Just to, of course, I already have moisturizer and sunscreen on my face, so this will be just a little more. Yes, I apply directly on my skin. I love applying things with my hands, bare hands. This is the Rare Beauty Mattifying Primer. I'm just gonna spread in my hand and then mix it up directly on my skin. Of course, I wash my hands before, okay? Don't be freaked out. I really wash my hands, and I have really short nails because I don't have patience to, you know, care for nails like I used to. I used to paint my nails and all, but so many chemicals, and even like buying 7 free and so on, like so many things that are not really necessary inside a nail polish. I've been wanting to paint my nails again, but you know, who knows. I have this really cool design in my head. It's like pink with red geometric designs on the nails, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if I have patience. Okay, so really shiny. Well, it's a face oil, so let's see some eyebrows now. Again, I don't know if you watched my first video, but I don't have a really problematic eyebrow area, so I use Glossier Boy Brow, which basically gives me nothing besides a little bit pigment. I'm really searching for something better than this, honestly. I really would like to try those like really structured fluffy eyebrows. I was thinking about buying a soap to try it out, because like I saw the Raffi review and I think it's a lovely product. I don't know, the cream that makes your eyebrows stay upright. It's like a white goo, but I'm not into spending that much money for eyebrow like that. Something that you do like eyebrow and eyelashes and mascara, I don't think it's something that you should actually spend a lot of money on, because it's like something that ends up really fast used every day. So it's like a lot of money being thrown into that. Like in a year it adds up to like a huge amount. So those, by the way, those were like 21 Canadian dollars or something. I wouldn't say something like that. Which is really inexpensive for Canada. I think if I were to buy like something like this in a drugstore, I would almost spend like $20 on something like this. So it's like, like I cannot say enough for this quality and like what you get from it. It's like absurd. So okay, let's stop talking and start applying. I'm going in with the Phi and Dahlia. This is the rich brown. Like it's like this metallic shift that is lovely. I'm gonna apply first with my fingers. I haven't applied this yet. I used the Wild Wisteria, which is the lilac one, and it's lovely and it builds up. But I haven't applied this one. I only swatched this one. I really want to see how it goes. Let's see. So I'm just like rubbing, and really like rubbing my fingers on it. I can feel that it's like starts to get into a mousse texture, and it's like so smooth and lovely, and it starts warming up. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there are like silver glitter shines. It's not really like glitter, but like you can see there are silver freckles on it. And this brown looks like one of those kind of shadows that on the edge where there's less product, it starts getting like a little red, almost as if you had like two different eyeshadows, which it's everything to me, because I like to use the minimum amount of product possible. So this is like perfect, because if you like blend it, it's just gonna look like you have a lot of eyeshadow on, like you took a lot of effort, and it's actually just one. So let's go. I'm gonna look my mirror down here, but I think you still can see, right? Oh god, they feel so nice. I'm actually trying to use as little makeup as possible. Like I haven't used any makeup in the past 3 days because of my skin rashes, let's say. But because my makeup is so like clean and consciously made, I'm not like as afraid. I just like to let my skin breathe, you know. Wow. I hope the camera shows like how, let me see. It's lovely, and it doesn't look like too much, but it has that shine. Like, of course it looks like makeup, like, but it looks like just a watercolor, lovely chunk. Let's go for the neck. Oh, a little more. Oh, it glides so nice. It's like makeup that you wanna use, because it's just so luxurious feeling. It's like nice to the touch, it's nice to see, it's just everything that you can possibly want. And it actually feels like skincare, honestly. Like it feels like I'm applying something that actually is good for my skin. I hope you guys like can understand what I'm saying, like when I say like that. Like it's just like, it's almost like a moisturizing rich eye cream that actually makes you look better, like not just like skin better, like makeup better. I love it. Don't forget, I don't have concealer, so this is not the eyeshadow, okay? It's like actually very like holding very well in place, but it's not the eyeshadow. It's just that I don't have a concealer. I still have to buy a new concealer. As I said in the last video, I use the Kosas almost every day, but it's starting to smell a little weird, even though it's before. Yeah, it's not 1 year yet, like that I bought it. It's been 10 months, I want to say, because I bought it in October 2020. So yeah, it shouldn't be bad, but it's natural makeup, so you should like just smell it and trust your nose, like Gandalf would say. The geekness in me coming through. You can see it's very like I love this watercolor, just like very nice vibes here going on. So basically, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I build this up a lot. I'm gonna try to build up a little in the corner here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's just like I blend a lot, so of course it starts like just, you know, disappearing because I'm blending. But I don't know if you guys can see, like, you have like the glitter more concentrated. Like, okay, when I say glitter, it's not like glitter, but like the shimmer concentrated here, and in the blended areas it almost looks like a transition shade. It's nice. Okay, and so you guys can like have a better understanding of the other colors. let's try swatching. Okay. This is the one I've just used, the Dahlia. Hey, that's a weird angle, Leticia. Don't worry, have a little thing's gonna be alright. Oh yes, let's go with my favorite, Wisteria. Oh man, it came directly from my dreams, Wild Wisteria. Like I was dreaming about this. Okay. So if it wasn't clear, the Dahlia has like silver shimmer, okay? Wisteria also has like well, kind of obviously has like a silver shift to it. Not shift, but a shimmer. Yeah, it's more like a shimmer, I would say. So it is. It's very hard to get it in camera though. I can take a photo and show it to you guys later. Now I'm doing Orchid Overload, which is like a champagne. I don't know if you guys can see, it's like lovely. And this one has like copper and silver shift to it. Also like ridiculously smooth. It's almost like putting your fingers in butter, and this is like, I'm not joking. It's like, first time I swatched this on my arms and I posted it in Instagram, I was like, I want to spread this all over my body after I go out of the shower. It's like a body butter. Wish it was, and not afraid of glitter. And this is Fractal Freesia, and it's this one. It's so Orchid Overload has a little more pinkish color to it, so it goes almost inside a rose gold, and this is more like a yellowish champagne. Honestly, both of them can work very well for like different people. They are very similar. So it also has silver shimmer, but the base undertone is more yellow. So let's see if now on video you guys will be able to tell. So this is the rose one, this is the yellowish one. See, it's almost no difference. So, I mean, beautiful. All of them can work. I will use Orchid Overload, which is the one that is more like rose gold. See, it's like basically pure shimmer with a little bit undertone, like a rosy undertone. So basically now I'm shimmery goddess. And that's it for the pots. Like, I wish I could put the 4 of them in my face, but I don't think that you guys would be able to tell the difference. So I'm trying to contain myself. I applied all of them with my finger. I even got like brushes to try them, but honestly, I rather apply with my finger. Because I don't mind not having super control of it. I like just washing it on my eyes. Never mind, this is like a really hot day. We're getting close to 30 degrees, so and I have to close all doors and windows because of the noise. So it's really hot, okay? Bear with me. And now let's go for one of the stars of the show, Simmer. So Simmer, I need to use another finger, otherwise I'll end up with all glitters on my face. Simmer, it's the rose, as I said. The texture, it's a little more creamy, less hard, but it's also like butter. It's almost like a chapstick, almost like, well, a very good chapstick, buttery chapstick. And I'll say, I don't know if they recommend this, but that's how it feels to me. Oh God, teeth. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Okay, team. Nice. Okay, now this is very pigmented as far as I can tell. Not like Rare Beauty liquid blush is pigmented, like, but very pigmented. And I don't use much blush, so let's go for it. Oh. Maybe I did a mistake applying this over the pink spot that already was on my skin. Maybe I did. Let's roll with it. Let's see. Yeah, see the pink spot here. Well, it doesn't look bad actually. Okay, that's fine. So this is the blush. I applied very little of it. It's really a watercolor. Like I literally like scrapped it once, like on the pen. Apply 1, 2, and 1, just to like not apply too much on one side and much more than one side than the other. But you know, like I hope you guys can tell. I think you can. Like it's very sheer because I use very little, but it really looks like a real blush that would occur in my skin. Like it almost looks like it's, well, it's translucent. It has like a translucent background. It's not like thick pigment, so it really blends naturally on the skin. I like it. I like it. Nice. Okay. I think it's bronzer time because now you guys already seen the blush and my bronzer is powder, so I think it's a good time to use it. So again, Kaleidos contour palette in light cool. This is like a very good color for me. If you are like neutral to cool tone and you find it hard to find a bronzer that looks natural, this color, the Chisel color, which is the warmest in the cold contour palette, light cool in this case for me, it's the best one. Like I've seen like so many others that people rave about, like Patrick Ta and I don't know, even Victoria Beckham, Wayne Goss, and all of those brands, but I've always like, but I already have the perfect one. It's like, and then I don't buy it. I really want to try those brands eventually though, but I honestly like, I have the perfect one, which is more sustainable than buying something that is not the perfect one. Very profound, Leticia. So let's go to curl the lashes. So I mentioned last time that I have a procedure to do this in a very efficient way, which makes me really curl my lashes like that. So basically, one very close to the root, one in the middle, and one in the edge. So you just move like 1-2 millimeters your curler, and you don't hold it for too long. Like right now I did it like I did it very softly, but I think you can already see like the difference. So let's do it again. So one close to the roots, middle, and edges. Okay. Like my lashes are like actually the point of them are like my skin. So let's see again. I do that because my eyelashes, they are actually very straight, even though they are black and nice. they are very straight, so I like to just curl them well before, you know, apply mascara, so I give the mascara a chance. I'm going with the Birds and Bee All Afloater Multi-Benefit Mascara. I'm gonna talk about some, well, I suppose it's not all like natural, but like Canadian drugstore makeup in one of my next videos. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And I like to apply mascara like really heavily on the roots, so I create this dark black contour, and I like to apply it in the corner like this to emphasize the curve in the corner of my eyes. A little, I suppose I would say, like, to help with the bedroom eye feeling, because my eyes are already hooded and kind of like closed. So yes. And this mascara is like, it's not super heavy, it's very, so I don't like mascaras that make my, how to say that, I don't like mascaras that make my eyelashes all cluttered, and I like them to look naturally long, wispy and curved. But because my eyelashes are, all my hair is like super thin, I need something that gives them body, basically. But I don't like it to be too cluttered, because as my hairs are too thin, if you clutter them too much, it will look like I don't have anything, because I will have like 3 groups of eyelashes, and that's not what I'm going for. And then I always emphasize here the corner to make it look more curvy and longer. Working on my bedroom eyes. I don't think you should spend a lot of money on mascara. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying this one. Also because it's like natural, not super, but considerably. And but I really want to try a 2B mascara, and I can't decide if I want to try Victoria Beckham's one, M Cosmetics one, or try Cosmetics one. Maybe in the future. Let's see. Okay. I think you can tell the difference. For sure you can tell the difference. And see this curve here? And it's kind of like a fake eyeliner, but natural, like my own eyelashes doing that, like a kind of shadow. I really like that effect. And I'm sweating hips. Oh, open the door. So yeah, that's the final. I really love it. It's like a lot of you know what reminds me of? It reminds me of the easygoing rock and roll feeling of the Rowan palette, the quad palettes. Even though I don't have one, I've seen in a lot of reviews. So the texture seems a little less creamy, it's a little more solid, even though it's like butter, still very buttery, not hard, not dry at all. But it seems that the Rowan's more like squishy, and the vibe it gives, it seems like it's like very similar, like cool rock and roll girl, and like just, you know, smudges and all. I really love it. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you. Let me know if the lighting is better. I hope it is. I've changed the position where I film or I record this in my office, and I'm looking for like the best light and the best setting. I think I am trying to speak louder. It's not very natural for me, I'm sorry. So you can have like a better audio in the light and the setting and the camera position, my mirror position. Let me know if you guys have any comments, if anyone watches this at all. I feel like I'm talking to my friends, so I really hope that it helps. And any questions, ask below. Like it, subscribe it, whatever you want, whatever you don't want, that's fine too. See ya, bye.